A special competition is rolling into the mountains with a focus on the farm-to-table experience. News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live this morning from the Nerve Center of that event. Good morning, Vic.
Good morning. I'm right here in the middle of the dining competition series that is called Got to Be NC, and it's Fire on the Rock this week. I'm talking to Jimmy Crippen, and you actually are the founder of this. This all started with your inn over in Blowing Rock, right?
That's right. Up at Crippen's in Blowing Rock, we have a slow off season, and we decided to have a little fun and play some games, and it has grown to quite an event. We have 80 restaurants across the state. 80
restaurants across the state taking part in this. Now, where we are right now, this is kind of like the Nerve Center, as Holly said. This is where area chefs are able to kind of shop for their competition.
That's right. This is the food truck. This is everything that they can work within. As you're seeing, there's all kinds of things like golden raisin, dried apples, dried figs. There's beautiful certified Angus beef. There's rabbits. There's ducks. There's cipollini onions. There's all kinds of wonderful produce. Seafood, everything you could possibly want, and they work out of this truck, and they can only work out of this truck.
Now, it's called Got to Be NC, and does it got to be NC?
Yes, most all of this here is North Carolina product, and so Got to Be NC is part of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture. It's their brand, and so we named it the Got to Be NC Competition Dining Series, which consists of 5 series across the state of North Carolina, 16 restaurants in each series, and all the diners are the judges.
See, that's what I like about it. We get to eat. How about that, right? So how can I get in on being a judge for this event?
You go to competitiondining.com, buy your ticket, bring your smart device with you, and you log right in on the voting portal. You dine on 6 courses, completely blind. Don't try to guess whose dish is whose. Wives have been wrong. Mothers have been wrong.
Really?
Just vote your palate, and you decide on who wins. Haven't you always wanted to be a judge on one of these food shows?
Oh, absolutely. I like Chopped. I want to be on that show.
That's it.
Be the judge on that. Now this is our chance. And coming up, actually, we're going to talk to the judge, one of the chefs who's a referee for this event. And also later this morning, we're actually going to have the folks who competed last night get in here early and share some of their secrets. The competition goes on all week through the 17th, so get in on it and get in on the fun. And we're just starting this morning. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.
Amazing culinary talent, delicious, locally grown ingredients. But in this competition, the contestants aren't coming out the winners. Let's go back out live to News 13's Victoria Dunkel in the Got to Be NC competition truck. So, Victoria, who is the winner?
You and me and anyone else who shows up to enjoy the dinner that is known as Fire on the Rock. It's going on all week long. It started last night, goes through Thursday night, and this is part of the Got to Be NC Dining Competition Series. And this is serious. These are local area chefs that are using locally grown food, stuff that is all from North Carolina, delicious ingredients to really try to tempt your taste buds and win your vote. In fact, it's not an easy competition, I have to tell you. And there are rules and regulations. I'm here with Chef Lawrence Willard, and you are known as the Chef Ref, right?
That's correct.
Tell me about this competition. How serious? I mean, what goes on in that kitchen?
It's intense. It's an intense day.
Yeah?
It's about a 12-hour day, and they need to come with their game. But we make sure the food safety is, prepared out, and that everybody plays pretty. And at the end of the day, it's it's all about fun at the end of the day. So.
Well, talk about food safety. In fact, it's kind of chilly in here. This is where they can go shopping, if you will, for the ingredients they use, right?
That's correct. Everything's has to be used off of this truck.
Now, do you have to watch what they take and all of this? Is there like, how close are you watching these guys?
We make sure that they they are like kids in a candy store. It's like Christmas morning for them, so we do make sure that they, food cost is prepared and they don't go crazy with the ingredients. But
now, where are they cooking and where are they serving?
They're cooking at the Lioncrest in the restaurant, and we do a plated dinner of six courses, and it's fast. It's not like your typical 6-course dinner. Right. It's balls out.
And then we've got a smartphone app that you can use, and you vote when you go there. Very cool, very high tech, but in the end, it comes right down to the simple thing. Do your taste buds like what you're being served? And so far, we've had one night of competition, and coming up, we're going to talk to the chef who came out the winner of round 1. He's coming up live in the studio right after this. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.
Are sharpened, the recipes tweaked, and the game is on for a special competition dining series. News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live outside the station where the Got to Be NC truck rolled up this morning. So, Victoria, there's actually a chance for us to be a part of a very serious culinary competition, right?
Yeah, this is bragging rights, but we're also talking a cash prize and much, much more. So these chefs are really putting it all out there, and we get to be the judges. We get to decide if they use these ingredients in this truck to their best of their abilities. Jimmy Crippen is the mastermind of this whole competition. It came about because there was a down season over at your inn at Crippen's.
In Blowing Rock, that's right. So we had nothing to do in the middle of winter on the weekdays, and let's play ball.
Yeah, well, this is quite a game you've got going on here. Now, in this truck here is where they can kind of shop. They have to use all the ingredients in here, or they can only use the ingredients that are in here, is what I should say.
They can only use ingredients that are in this truck, and most of it's from North Carolina. You've got Old Mill of Guilford stone ground grits made here in North Carolina.
Grits are good.
Oak Ridge. You've even got Texas Pete out of Winston-Salem.
So far, so good. We're coming along here. We've got purees and
perfect purees and grape knee-high. We'll go ahead and crack one of those open. Here you go.
Oh, well, thank you very much. So this could be a secret ingredient in the competition. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, chefs, I'm thinking this needs to be part of it. What could you do with grape knee-high and maybe some of the rabbit you have back there?
The flavor is intense. You reduce this down and you've got quite a flavor, and you've got rabbit, you've got duck, you've got beautiful beef, you've got beautiful pork, you know, everything you could possibly imagine. Like Lauren said, it's like a kid in a candy store in here.
It really is. And this is where they're going to be in. What time do the chefs get access to this today, the ones who are competing?
They will come in and go to the high noon chefs meeting, and that's where we will reveal their featured ingredient and let them know it's on the truck. And from that point, it's game on all day long until everyone arrives at 6:30.
Last night, the featured ingredient was a couple of local cheeses, North Carolina cheeses. Tonight, do you know what it is? Could it be grape knee-high?
Could it be? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what it is.
You don't get to know.
Even Lawrence won't tell me, and when I do learn what it is, I realize how evil the man really is.
Yeah, well, he does have a mean streak, apparently, Chef Lawrence, who was on just in our last segment. But, you know, we can't make it too easy because we really have some of the top-notch chefs in the entire state. I'm bragging. We got them right here in our own backyard.
You know, more importantly than the top-notch chefs, you have some serious foodies in this town, and they love to eat, and this is what it's all about. If you're a foodie, you come out to this.
And this is happening at the Lioncrest at Biltmore Estate. We have all the information on how you can get your tickets because there are competitions tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night. So get out there and let your taste buds do the judging for this great competition. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.
And this competition, though, is also continuing. It's not over. We're going to have more chefs in live this week, but it's continuing through Thursday night, and it does take some serious work to pull this off.
News 13's Victoria Dunkel is live from the Gotta Be NC truck. Victoria, this is sort of like the grocery store for the competitors.
It really is. Peter had a chance yesterday to get in here after they told him what the secret ingredient was, and then he could look around and see what was available to kind of build off of the cheeses that were offered to them as their secret ingredient. You know who picked that secret ingredient for them? Well, that would be Chef Lawrence Willard, and you are the chef ref of this competition. What you say goes, right?
That's correct.
Now, last time around, I have to be honest, you know, we came off of this interview and he said, you guys are painting me like this big old meanie. I'm not, you know, this evil. You don't have this evil streak? When you're picking that secret ingredient, you don't really want to, you know, be too cruel?
We do shake it up a little bit when it comes to the secret ingredient.
Okay, so yesterday was cheese. Can you give us a hint of what tonight's going to be?
No, ma'am, I sure can't.
Oh, man. Well, tell me
It's from North Carolina.
That's everything's from North Carolina. And they're going to be able to augment it and add to it from this great shopping center, if you will. What's the strangest thing you've done in like last year's competition or years past?
Probably the toughest and strangest would be the sturgeon, because they come in, we gave them whole, what they call bullets. It's the whole fish that's been, you know, what we call H&G, headed and gutted, but it's hard to fabricate and then to put that into 3 courses or 6 courses.
I wouldn't know how to, as they say, butcher the fish or even to get started on that. Most chefs do have that skill, right?
Most do have that skill.
Did you ever run into someone who didn't?
We have seen that in some fabrication.
Really? Okay. What is it that you would offer to the chefs who are competing and then to us as guests to think about as we're doing this?
As far as the chefs goes, you know, be prepared, do some homework. I mean, it's like I said earlier, it's a grueling day. It's not, and then as the guests come and have fun.
Yeah, and it is a great time. It's an entire evening. They've got a little bit of some displays and other information going on for you while you enjoy the 6-course meal that comes at you kind of at a high pace, but it's definitely worth the payoff because you get to decide who the winner is. To get tickets and get more information, go to WLOS.com and click on more info and we'll get you all set. It's Fire on the Rock. It's going on at the Lioncrest at Biltmore Estate, and it's going on through Thursday night. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.